Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision, and today I want to do a spotlight on the US dollar, and it's been going from strength to strength. So the motif of Dollar King continues in the market, and of course we see changes and we see pullbacks with each central bank talking with CPI numbers, with GDP numbers, but I'm looking at technical ingredients and basically I'm looking for pullback, release some of this strength that we've seen in the US dollar, and then a continuation in the direction of the very strong and overall long-term trend. So let's start with euro dollar, and we are well below parity and continue to trade lower. So I'm looking here on the weekly chart. We can see clear series of lower highs and lower lows. Moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for a downtrend. And we've got nice convergence here on the momentum indicators. Now I'm simply looking for pullback into the averages and a continuation of the trend. So I'm looking at areas that the market might pull back into, some sort of level, an area where the buyers and the sellers had a bit of a fight around, a place when the buyer will lie strong, and then a continuation of the move. So if we drill down into the daily chart, and of course the daily chart is also in quite a nice downtrend over here, we can see how overextended we are, meaning there's quite a distance between where price action sits right now and the moving averages. Now, the further we have an overextension, we don't know when, we don't know how, but higher likelihood we're going to get a pullback at some stage. So a pullback into the averages could be a really fast and snap pullback, some buying momentum coming in, but it can also be a sideways into the averages. So what I'm looking for in this particular scenario is an actual pullback. I want to see what the buyers have around this area. It's been a very long time since we've been at those levels. So I'm not looking per se for sell opportunities as we're very overextended. I want to see a release of this selling pressure. So I marked the Fibonacci retracement from the latest high to the low, and we can see that there's also a level here that the market has consolidated above, try to push higher. We actually made a higher high from this point, and then a bearish candle went through it and a continuation of the move. So I'm looking for a pullback into this area, and we can see that the 61% retracement is clustering quite nicely with this level, which is in and around the 0.9860 area. So what I'd like to see is a pullback to test this level from below, some sort of information from the market that the pullback is done, so maybe change of direction on the lower time frame, or maybe a bearish rejection candle on the daily chart, and then I'll be looking for continuation of this overall very strong downtrend. Similar situation on the Aussie dollar. So on the weekly chart here, we can see clear series of lower highs and lower lows, moving averages 10, 20, 50, fanning and in the correct order for a downtrend, and nice convergence on the momentum indicators. Again, we can also see a very big overextension. Now, in this case, I marked this level over here, the last place that we pushed higher, so the buyers were strong from here, were able to push higher on the weekly chart, but I also marked a level underneath. So this is, if we'll get a strong pullback, this is the level that I'll be looking at from a weekly point of view. But if we'll get a shallow pullback, because the Aussie and the Kiwi that we'll have a look at later have been very, very weak. So here is the first level that I've marked on this area. It's in and around the 65.80, and if we'll go into the 4 hours, we can see that move on the 4 hours from the high to the low, I've also marked the Fibonacci retracement, and you can see this is the area that we last had some sort of a push by the buyers. So I've got a nice clustering currently with the 61.8% retracement. However, if the market will continue and push higher, then I'll be looking at this level, and you can see there's a lot of touches at that level as well. So with Aussie dollars, I want to see how the pullback happened, and again, are we reacting to this level, changing direction, and then a continuation of the overall trend, or we might get a slightly bigger pullback over here into the 66.70 area. And once again, I'll be looking for signs that the pullback is over, change of direction on the lower time frame, the same idea, and a continuation of the move. Now let's move into Kiwi dollar. And again, this is more of a short-term trading opportunity to the downside. But once again, if we get a bigger pullback, I will redraw my line and do the same idea. So on the weekly, once again, beautiful downtrend, clear series of lower highs and lower lows, moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order, nice space in between them, and good convergence here on the momentum indicators. And once again, very overextended. Now, if we'll drill down into the daily chart, then what we can spot is once again that overextension. But in this case, what we've done is kept on dripping lower. So keep on making small candles, bearish candle. We keep on closing below each candle until we had this big exertion, big candles toward the end. So we could see a slight more of a pullback over here. What I'm looking for in the Kiwi dollar case is a little bit different because we don't have this clear lower high that the market has done and a higher low to sort of pull back into. Then what I'm looking for is a small pullback over here into this 4-hour level. However, because we are very, very overextended, this is going to be a quick sort of opportunity, because the more overextended we are, the higher the likelihood of a pullback. And if we see a deeper pullback in the euro and in the Aussie, we potentially might see a fail of this opportunity. So this is more of an idea to go into the 1 hour or the 15. Basically had a quick touch around that. We can see this price action around this area. We could see some sort of a reaction around here. So more of a 1 hour bearish candle in the sell zone, a break below it, and potential coming down closer to this level. I would look for a quick target as well, because we can see the price action over here. It seems like it's sort of bottomed down a bit. So I'd like to take target a little bit before we get into that area. So this is more of a short-term intraday type of opportunity, where the others are more of a higher time frame ones. And keep an eye on how we pull into this area. So if we have another strong bullish candle coming into that level, then that tells me there's a lot of buyers still sitting here, and a sell opportunity have a higher likelihood of failing. So how we pull back into that level is also quite crucial. Happy trading, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.